It's the only club I've ever known. It's a proud moment, it always is, signing a new contract here. I live the dream every day. That was Trent Alexander-Arnold, July 30, 2021. Amazing to think, then, that in 130 days this Liverpool emblem will be free to begin conversations that could end his dream. Across Europe, big clubs will be watching in amazement, scarcely able to believe they could land this shimmering jewel for free next summer. Put yourself in Florentino Perez's shoes, with Dani Carvajal entering the twilight of his career. Who better to take over as Real Madrid's right back than Alexander-Arnold? Not having to pay a fee for him would be like robbing a bank in broad daylight and waving at the security cameras on the way out. Transfer windows, particularly the summer one, always come with a whiff of hysteria for Liverpool. There is a section of fans, particularly those vocal ones online, who place more emphasis on the business that gets done rather than results, so the last few months have been particularly fractious. Martin Zubimendi's decision to remain at Real Sociedad last week detonated the emotional cannons, with fury descending on owners Fenway Sports Group and new sporting director Richard Hughes for their failure to secure the number 6 that Liverpool appeared to need. There are 132 football clubs across Europe's top 7 divisions and, remarkably, only Liverpool have not signed a player in 2024. They do want to correct that though and have spent a month trying to broker a deal with Valencia for Georgian goalkeeper Giorgio Mamardashvili. It is not the inability to bring in new faces, however, that should cause alarm. It's the failure to re-sign totems that should be focusing minds, and each day that passes without an update seems to make the grains of sand in the timer run a bit quicker. You will be familiar with the situation that manager Arne Slot has inherited. Mohamed Salah, Virgil van Dijk and Alexander-Arnold have all entered the final year of their contracts, but there is no indication that their impasses will soon be resolved. If that has not changed by January 1, Liverpool will be powerless to stop them talking to clubs outside the Premier League about potential moves. Normally so fiscally responsible, it will not be lost on Liverpool that stars with a current market value of £250 million could leave for nothing. With Salah and Van Dijk it is complicated. Both are aged over 30 and FSG have always looked at the bottom line, rather than considering past achievements and reputations, when negotiating with players in that age group. The tough stance, unsurprisingly, has not always been popular. In some respects, it is not a shock they have allowed Salah and Van Dijk to enter the last 12 months. For Alexander-Arnold to be in the same position, though, is flabbergasting, and taking care of that should have been the priority in the summer of 2023, never mind now. One of the curiosities of the modern game is that a wider audience always attaches a "but" when discussing Alexander-Arnold's merits. He's good, but he can't defend, or, he's a great crosser, but can't play midfield. Single quote.